This is the Running Channel podcast with me, Rick Kelsey, Andy Baddeley, and Sarah Hartley. And today, it's our 50th episode, which means we're going to be doing something a little bit special. It is the TRC end of year quiz.
Cannot wait for this. Let's get involved.
Andy, you're going down.
Oh, hang on.
What's yours? What's yours?
I think Andy's matches his personality.
Well, it's just really negative. It sounds like something from Alcatraz when the doors are about to close
It
in the
does,
prison.
doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, all prisoners back in your cells. Whereas Sarah's is much more positive. There we go.
Let's get into it. We'll have a little catch up. But this quiz is not just a very simple quiz about running. It's also about your memory, about what you've done this year.
About what we've done this year.
Yeah.
As individuals.
Oh my goodness.
I think mainly what we've done is spend the year taking the mickey out of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
There will be running questions in there.
Okay.
But there'll also be some quite specific questions that listeners and viewers might know.
They probably know better than
you may
us.
have forgotten.
Oh, no. I do get this a lot. That people,
Who's going to be the biggest Running Channel fan? Me, you, or the people at home?
People will come up to me, which is amazing. This is my favourite thing. And they'll be like, the podcast. And then they'll say, when you said this. I say, I don't remember saying that at all. I've got no idea. So, yeah.
Well, play along.
Yeah.
See who's going to win, me or you. And just so we know what's at stake here, I think it's important to mention at this point that...
Hang on, there's not a forfeit?
Well, there's been a mention of ice baths throughout this year.
Yeah.
And as we know, Andy beat Rick on getting to 5,000 Instagram followers. So we owe Rick an ice bath.
I thought this...
which is actually logistically quite difficult. Otherwise, we would have got it for this episode. And so I thought what we could do is that whoever wins the quiz doesn't have to take an ice bath with Rick.
We're going to have to do it together. Or are we...
So for a future episode, 2 out of the 3 of us will do a whole episode in an ice bath, and a proper one, not fit.
So I think that's dangerous.
Yeah.
All right, a section.
We couldn't medically...
A minute.
Yeah,
And
as in we'll insert it into the episode.
Okay. And actually, I was reading about ice baths last week that the benefit is only the instant gain that you get from the first minute or so. When you go past a minute, it becomes quite useless.
That's
He's
like
making his
listening
case.
to a podcast with you past the first minute.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Because we haven't done the quiz yet, and traditionally I've not done very well on these. I don't know whether I should be lobbying for a longer ice bath punishment or shorter.
I think, look,
to protect myself
we
or
will
to just
do
go all
the
out.
ice bath for however scientifically proven is good. But
maybe people
either
should
way,
email in podcast@therunningshannel.com. How long should we be in the ice bath for?
A minute. I've actually been in an ice bath for the Running Channel before, about 3 years ago.
Yeah, a little shallow one in your bath at
your
home.
own
A little
bath.
shallow one. It's still an ice
and
bath.
I bet just before you hit record, you put all the ice in there, and up until I bet it was warm water with a few ice cubes.
It did melt very quickly.
It was water from the hot tub.
Right. Should we get into the quiz?
Yeah.
Okay.
No one's going to get cross if we haven't had a catch up.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. How's your week been, Rick? All right.
Oh,
Great.
you don't care, do you? That was so horrible.
I ran on Christmas Day.
Did you?
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah, it was beautiful actually. It was stunning. Yeah.
It was quite good weather, wasn't it?
Saw Andy in the distance.
It's because I'd
Just running away from your
it's because I'd done
hordes
some
of
strides
children.
off the start line and then backed onto
Then
it.
he legged it round.
Yeah,
then
so I got prime
Then at the end, he wouldn't wait for me and he went home.
Oh, Andy.
Oh, Rick, you paint me in such a horrible light.
No, he didn't. He did his strides. He did his
You
strides.
had to run back.
50% of the time, what Rick says is right every time.
Yeah. 50% of the time, Andy's being naughty and cheating the other runners by running ahead and running back to get a good space on the sport.
Oh,
hello.
Yeah.
Should we all go do a park run together this year?
That
Next
would be
year?
a great idea. There may or may not be a question in the quiz about that.
Okay.
Really?
I cannot wait. I think we should actually do one where we announce it in advance and then we go and
a
get
little
like a
meetup.
podcast meetup. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great
Let us
idea. But
email
how
in.
would we choose it?
Well, email in podcast@therunningschannel.com.
Yeah.
Which park run should we go to? Don't say a faraway country.
Australia, Melbourne.
Australia. We'll be there.
Yeah.
We would love to come.
You know, why? I was thinking about the reason in Scotland why they start park runs at 9:30 and not 9 o'clock. And I was just thinking, is it just kind of like a political thing to be different? But actually, it's not.
It's daylight.
It's daylight.
Yeah.
Ah.
I don't think it ever crossed my mind that it might be politically motivated. I think that's maybe.
When should we start it?
insight into
That will
let's be
really annoy them.
different.
I think
Let's go at 9:30.
your that's the journalist in you digging for a scoop that's not there.
Not there. Okay,
Yeah.
it's light.
Yeah.
It's light. Well, maybe in that case we should do the Shetland Island park run.
Why does that start at 9:30? Yeah.
I remember you once when we were growing up being obsessed with going to Wick.
Did
in
they do a
Scotland
park run in
because
Wick?
it was when they get the BBC weather map that comes up, and there'd always be fairly randomly, I think they're randomly chosen points on the kind of the UK map to show you, illustrate the weather in that area.
Can't be random, Andy.
It was random.
How do
Sarah.
you have so little faith in the meteorological?
Oh no, it is
people?
random. They put Aberystwyth on it now.
So they only put places that you've been to on it.
Yeah, and then I decided to go to university in Aberystwyth because it was on the weather map. And,
really?
Well, no.
Did you go for a 3-day trip to Wick?
I did go for a 3-day trip to Wick. No,
just so that you've been there.
No, the university thing is kind of true. The university thing is kind of
life.
true because I had no idea what I wanted to study or what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I got a UCAS book. Yeah. And I just opened it up, and Aberdeen was too far.
So that's the university
and
entry
then
system
Aberystwyth
book
was
for anyone
next,
not in the UK.
So I went to Aberystwyth.
So you made it 2 pages into the book?
Yeah, because I had no idea. So there's no point in me reading this book. So I'll just go to the first one.
No, just A for Aberystwyth.
Yeah.
So the alphabet of universities.
Your brain is absolutely... UCAS,
I just don't
if you're
understand how
listening
you can
in
make such a
the
big
US,
life
UCAS,
decision.
that's an acronym. Don't know what it stands for, but essentially it's the way you pick your university and college degree.
Yeah. And you go through the applications process.
Applications,
it's slightly different. But
yeah.
It must be like credited associated studies.
Something like that.
Universally credited associated studies?
Anyway.
I think that's what it stands for.
I'm certain that none of those words are right.
Isn't it fun to try and work out what an acronym stands for?
Is that part of the quiz? Is there an acronym section of the quiz?
No, there isn't.
Oh, Sarah.
Right, sorry. Let's go on with the quiz.
You know how I feel about that.
So just to recap on that. Just to recap on the buzzers.
I've been stitched up with the buzzer
This
here.
is mine.
Yeah. Okay, and then this one, if you're listening in, is me answering because I think I know the answer. Yeah, close those doors. They should be immediately followed by like, Rick, can you do this in the edit afterwards? Can you put in like a heavy metal door slamming?
I've just put it in.
Okay.
That was his face of, I don't know how to do that yet, but by tonight I will.
I will have worked it out.
Generally, me every day.
Yeah, just winging it.
You choosing university.
Give me 30 minutes and then I'll talk about it.
Yeah, it's great.
Let's quiz.
Yes. Okay. So on today's Running Channel end of year quiz, there are a total of 24 questions. Ooh. There are 23 that you two have to go head to head on. Ooh. The 24th is an amazing surprise for our viewers and listeners.
Okay.
All become apparent.
Is it 24 because of like advent calendars? Or is this just coincidence?
Could be, not sure.
Or is it when the producers got bored?
Yeah. Rick got bored.
So if you answer and you don't hit your buzzer, then I'm going to take a point off.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Andy,
do you need something? Have
you
got
going?
Yeah, give me,
you're going down. And that is why we're not the throwing channel.
Yeah. Okay, Rick's going to be keeping score. There's absolutely no way that this is going to keep to time, is there, Rick?
No.
Tom, not if you keep doing that.
I haven't answered the question
Sorry,
yet.
I got to.
Can she have a penalty when she
No.
Okay. All right. Question number 1. What was Andy's marathon time?
God, I don't know.
2:53:49.
Oh my gosh, he got it. I didn't.
That's
I thought you'd
unfair.
Get that.
That's my own time.
I don't know that.
I didn't think you'd remember.
I knew it was sub 2:55.
Question number 2.
Oh gosh.
3 of the people filled in for Andy and Sarah in the pod seat when they were away this year. Who are they? Oh, that was really close. I think it was Andy.
Oh, hello. Oh, no. Mo, Philly Bowden, and Tom.
Oh, well done. I'm really surprised you got that. Oh! Okay. All right. I've got to say, this is really enjoyable. Question number 3. Okay. How many bones are there in the human foot?
Oh, for goodness sake.
Sarah.
This was in a video. Isn't it something like 36?
Oh.
No?
No.
I don't know. 27.
Oh, it's 26. So
Oh!
should I give the point to Andy for being
no,
close?
I
don't think
I'm
you
very
should.
close there.
No, you didn't.
Mine has 27.
You're both wrong.
Mine, I've got an extra bone.
You're both wrong.
I've got an extra bone.
No one gets a point for that. Question 4. On running home for Christmas, who ran the second most miles? Sarah.
Jess F.
Jess Finesse.
Correct.
Oh.
Yes.
She was an absolute
and you
superstar.
weren't involved in adding that all up in the car on the way home.
Well, she was an absolute superstar, and anyone who's
She
watching or
was.
listening and hasn't seen this video already, it is an incredible video. We ran all the way back to the Wirral from London. So you
Which,
should
for
check it
anyone
out.
that doesn't understand geography like me, is basically Liverpool from London.
Oh.
So just go very
Well,
up and then a bit left. in
Yeah,
the
okay.
UK.
It's north
not-
and west from London.
It's near.
I
but
love
yeah,
how
it's
annoyed you guys get.
365
Basically the same. It's like
kilometres.
tip of Wales.
She's pushing our
bottom
buttons.
of Liverpool,
yeah.
in
Don't
the middle.
rise to it.
It's
I'm
west of... Oh
Your
my
buttons.
gosh. West of Chester, south of Liverpool, north of Wales, the Paradise Peninsula, in the Wirral. Thank you.
You're
on,
welcome.
on the Wirral.
On the Wirral. Yeah. Well, yeah, okay, fine. I don't mind either.
Ooh,
I'm
you
not
don't agree on
fussed on
that.
that point, but I understand why people do.
Okay.
Get on it. Anyway, question number 5. In the 1994 movie Forrest Gump,
Oh my gosh.
how long does Forrest keep running for? Sarah,
10 years.
Andy,
Oh, I didn't even need to press the button. I was just excited about the buzzer.
Yeah.
1 year.
3 years.
Oh.
6. What is the lowest marathon in the world? Oh, Andy.
Is the one in the Dead Sea?
He got it!
No!
Yeah.
The lowest marathon race is the annual Dead Sea Marathon, where the finish line is located 400 meters below sea level at Amman in Jordan.
There you go. I think that must make it harder.
Yeah.
Because, well, higher altitude helps you sprint faster because the air is thinner.
Yeah.
But then
It's a good
there'll be
question,
more
though.
oxygen though, maybe. So
Yeah. Question number 7. In January, listen to the dates very carefully here.
Oh, guess
no,
so.
no,
Whatever you say,
be
Rick.
very, very careful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In January 2021, how many children did Andy have?
Right.
Sarah?
How can she's buzzed first? I obviously know the answer.
I think you had 2 children.
3!
When was number 3?
October 2020.
Oh.
And he's currently winning.
You bash out kids
Or
quickly. I
what?
thought,
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
I thought he was 2021.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, this is fun.
Nice.
Can the year end every week? Right. 8. What word did Rick make up to mean awesome? Sarah.
Penaz!
Thank you.
Penaz!
Oh, Sarah's demonstrating some pinaz right now.
Absolute penaz.
I need to have my buzzer more quickly ready.
Quickly.
Yeah, you
I
do.
just love how close you are holding
alright.
it to your face.
It's all right, you're
it's 'cause
old,
the
Andy.
mic is by my face. I don't
Yeah,
have any choice.
okay.
Your reaction time's slower.
Here we go. 9.
Hey.
What was Sarah's very first marathon time? That was Andy.
Oh, time.
Oh, time! You don't know. It's
Uh,
up in the office, Andy. You should know this.
4:28.
Sarah.
4:27.
Well done.
Come on.
I'm impressed that you
Very
actually
proud
knew
of
that
that
though. That
marathon.
is
Yeah, it's very
impressive.
close.
That is really impressive.
That is pretty close. It is up on the wall.
Well
Yeah.
done. Well done. Okay.
Yeah, Sarah's is the only one that's
10.
up on the wall. But
How many runners were disqualified for cheating from the Mexico City Marathon?
I can't remember.
10,000.
Sarah?
Hey. That's right.
No. You're just a bit out.
Oh.
I'm going to give it to the nearest.
15,000.
Ugh, Andy, you've taken it 11,000.
I was going to say 11,000.
Okay.
You only had to go 10,001, didn't you? If it was higher.
So we're mixing
Bad
these
quizzing.
in.
Bad quizzing.
Who won the Running Channel's Pizza Mile? Sarah.
Mo.
Oh, first answers only, surely.
No.
Come
no,
on.
I couldn't.
He didn't finish the word,
Yeah, I
so
didn't
I'm
finish
going to
the
give it to you because she said J.
Jemo.
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 My favourite
So-
Running Channel presenter. The
be
Pizza
fair, they
Mile,
were
that's a
very
weird video,
close.
but go and check it out.
Oh, that video was
That
so...
was disgusting.
That was Rick's,
That-
I think, worst video he's ever filmed.
I think that's the video on the Running Channel that I least enjoyed making.
you know,
ever.
next year we're going to do a donut mile.
Can I host it?
Do you have to do it without licking your lips?
I think I'm better at hosting
That's the
these
challenge
things.
with the donut, isn't it?
Yeah, it was just, I just felt
It was grim.
awful.
Yeah, it was
I
bad.
watched
I did think
it
I was going to
back,
die.
watched the footage afterwards because I didn't attend.
Yeah.
And I just remember
marathon
thinking that
training
looks
or
easy.
something.
Really?
No, it's
pizza mile.
actually
Yeah.
really hard.
It's really tough.
I think we should go back
Yeah.
to doing the beer mile next year.
Question 12. What is the current world record for the men's 100 meter sprint to the nearest hundredth of a second?
You can't buzz before he's finished the
Hey,
question.
Well, you kind of. There's
That
nothing in the
wasn't
rules.
specified in the rules.
There's nothing in the rules that says you can't.
Do you know
Andy.
it though, Sarah?
no.
9.58.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Usain Bolt, Berlin 2009.
All right, show
That
off.
was the bonus
was-
question.
Oh, was it really?
So I'm not going to give you it now.
Yeah!
For getting ahead of yourself, being a little bit cocky, doing
Yeah,
your little
stop
runs ahead of
showing
the
off.
rest of the pack.
You.
Yeah. No bonus. No bonus. Oh, here's a good one. Question
The
13.
power's gone to his
Can
head
we just
here.
have a quick scores on the doors?
Scores on the doors currently. We've got Sarah with 4 points
Oh, gosh.
and Andy with 6 points.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
I had
that's
loads
pretty
more than her.
close.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, you're
Hey,
rubbish.
no,
6 points.
I don't think you're keeping the score right here.
No,
I
I
am.
think he is.
I definitely am. I'm fair. That's one thing I am.
Okay.
Yeah, because what question
Yeah.
are we on? 4 plus
13,
13,
but-
and
but
we've definitely had two.
We've got a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that bonus one that you messed up on. Awkward.
Next question.
That's so annoying.
Buzzers at the ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Sorry, got too excited.
Does she have to answer it now?
I'll take a half point off next time you do that.
Oh.
She's been chastised.
Sorry, Rick. Love you, Rick.
Spell osteotomy. Sarah.
Right. O S T E
Oh.
O
Oh.
T O M Y.
I am so impressed.
Did I get it
right.
right?
You got it right.
So annoying.
Osteotomy, which is the surgery that Rick had on his knee.
Yeah.
Which, if you didn't know, well done, because he never shuts up about it.
Yeah, if you managed to listen to the podcast and didn't know that, then congratulations. 'cause you've
Oh
zoned
my
out.
gosh. I'm really impressed.
Thank you.
Really. And hello to David
Oh.
Houlihan Byrne, my surgeon. 'Cause he listens. So,
Does he?
Yeah.
Hey, David.
Question 14. How many runners took part in the Valencia Marathon this year? All right. Honestly, and I have difficulty lying, as you know. You both hit that buzzer at exactly the same time.
Okay, well, what are we going to do?
So,
Should we do whoever's nearest and just both give an answer?
yeah, go on.
Both give it at the same time.
Both
Yeah,
can say it.
okay.
Right.
Should we write it? Well, we can't write it down. It's
Right.
not really-
3, 2, 1, say it. 3, 2, 1.
33,000.
42,000.
33,000, yeah.
Oh,
33,000.
Oh, that's annoying for you, Sarah, isn't it?
that's really
You were
be
pulling
fair, I
back there.
had
You were
no
pulling
idea.
back there after that osteotomy result.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question 16. How many marathon events has Sarah run? Sarah.
Oh, come on. That was me.
That was Sarah.
Oh.
4.
Rick says no.
Or 5. 5?
Hang on. We can
Hang on.
go through them.
Amsterdam Marathon.
Yeah.
Berlin Marathon. Osaka Marathon.
Chicago.
Chicago Marathon.
Yeah,
4.
four.
But then technically I ran Boston, so 5.
It's 4 official ones plus Boston the day before. I'm going to give you it. I'm going to give you
No,
it.
she said
Yeah.
four. She said 4. She definitely
Yeah,
got
yeah,
that.
four plus a fit. Yeah.
I was like, have I forgotten
Okay.
one? Have I done an extra one?
Yeah, Boston doesn't count. It was an amazing effort, but it's
Yeah,
not
didn't
on the
count.
results.
17.
very good, but
What
just-
year was the treadmill invented?
Oh, come on.
Sarah.
1906.
Andy.
1907.
Sarah.
Am I not
Oh, we're
right?
going to keep going until I get it right. We'll be here all day.
1864.
Andy.
1909.
Sarah, you win. 1817.
Yeah, 1817. Oh, yeah, because wasn't it
1817.
invented as like a form of torture?
She won the first.
my next question.
Oh.
1 point removed.
Yes.
Andy
He said
didn't
that.
get a point removed.
Didn't he?
No,
Yeah, I did.
you just
I
didn't
did.
give
That's
him
why
the
I'm only
point.
on 6.
No, you didn't remove it. Look, because you haven't crossed one out on your bit of paper.
Right, I'm taking one off both of you.
Oh,
You're
Andy,
both
I'm
having
so
a point
sorry.
removed. You're both having a point removed. Right,
Gosh,
question
we should just
19.
keep our mouths shut.
Yes. You should keep your mouth shut all the
Listen,
time.
there's only 5 left. There's only 5 left.
Okay.
Question 19.
Right.
Who's done more park runs? Rick, James, or Anna? I think that was Andy.
Anna.
Yes.
Oh.
Anna has done 101.
Yeah.
Rick has done 77. James
Nice.
has done 25.
Okay. There we
Yeah.
go.
James, do more park runs.
Hey, can I have my point, please?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're such a pernickety little.
Isn't it?
Just want to keep him
Unbelievable.
honest.
Is this
Yeah.
what you're like with your
Right.
kids?
Hey, well, you
Bet
need to, the
quizzes
rules
in
are there
your
for
house.
rules are there for a
Rules are
reason.
there for a reason.
Rules are
Right.
there to be broken, Andy.
Which animal is considered the fastest runner on Earth? You two are both very on it. It was just Sarah, but it was
It
close.
was not. I think
It
if
was
we went back on the video replay, you would see.
The cheetah?
It is. It can achieve speeds upwards of 70 miles an hour.
Is that not a bonus question?
What the speed was. No.
No,
Well, he's
that
giving
was
it
part
away
of
if it was. We've got to be very careful there, haven't we?
Yeah,
Question-
no, can't feed in.
Oh, you've just tied equal.
Oh! How many questions
I
left?
don't think you're
You got-
keeping
you
score
got-
for me, right?
You got 3 left.
Oh!
What year did the first woman officially run in a marathon event? Sarah.
Now, I think this was Boston Marathon. Actually, no, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to give away any bonus questions. It's either 1976.
Oh, it was earlier, 1967. Catherine Switzer.
Yeah, lots of controversy around this, wasn't there, when it happened, and people getting pulled off the course or running under different names, and all that sort of stuff. So,
and then I don't think women could run it again for a number of years, and then until they were both men and women were allowed to take part a few years later.
Feel a bit aggrieved here though, because I didn't get a chance to answer.
No, I enjoyed that. Good job, Rick.
Yeah.
Hang on, no, you gave her a point. She wasn't right.
No, he's
she wasn't right. Yeah,
his...
good point.
No,
I was just extending. No, you're right. I was just having a little scrub, just making a note, so I can go back.
Oh, I don't trust you.
Next year.
Give me another point.
I want a judge's inquiry, steward's inquiry.
Andy, Sarah.
Yeah.
Look sharp.
Okay.
That's going to be much harder for Andy, but I'll try my best.
Stop it.
What half marathon time was Mo trying to break this year, and at what race?
1 hour 20, so 80 minutes, and the Copenhagen half.
Woohoo! Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Pulls into the lead.
Uh-oh.
And our penultimate question.
Oh, hello.
Ooh, that means there's 2 left.
So is that for yourself, your own just sense check, or are you giving the listeners a bit of...
That was for myself.
Okay.
I'm going to admit
patronising.
I just wanted to say something.
Yeah, okay. Remind me to admit something to you after we finished.
Okay.
Okay. What tree was tragically felled this year during one of our challenges?
The Sycamore Gap
It
tree.
was.
Hadrian's
Okay.
Wall, another video you should go and watch where me and, not these two, it was delightful, and some amazing women took on the whole length of Hadrian's Wall, and it was brilliant.
Yes,
go watch
it was
that video.
incredible.
I've not made this up. You have tied with the final question on 8-all. You got 8-all.
Stop it.
I hope this question is easy.
And the final question.
Nervous.
How many downloads, total listens, people listening to us every week overall since we began, do we have on the TRC podcast?
Oh, both at the same time.
Same time?
Yeah,
we have
1 million! 1 million downloads. So 1 million incredible listens to our podcast that we only started this year. So I'm so proud of that.
Absolutely boggles my brain that we've had 1 million. Like,
Yes.
can you imagine? I know it's not 1 million people, but like, can you imagine 1 million people stood in the room all listening right now?
Absolutely not. It's only a little room. So yeah, just thank you. Thanks for listening and watching and making. And that's just audio. So that doesn't include all of the people that are watching and listening on YouTube. So it's more than that. Absolutely amazing.
So cool.
And all the people that email into podcast@therunningchannel.com.
Yeah.
All the people that bump into us at events and have said that they listen to it, whether they listen to it on their runs or on their drives or on their commutes, it makes us very,
It's
very
amazing.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
1 million. So you've tied at 9-all, but I said I'd admit something to you. That
Yes, so you told us to remind you to admit something.
It's
at the
not
end.
necessarily about the quiz, but it was going to go in as a question. And obviously, sometimes I struggle a little bit with the things that pop up on my watch because I'm not quite sure all the time
I thought
what
you were
they
going to say you
mean.
struggle a little bit with the truth.
No, just the thing. Not as a journalist, Andy.
Oh, sorry.
This is about something that's on my watch, and Pulse Ox, right?
Oh, yeah.
Pulse Ox.
Yeah.
I was wondering for the first few months on my watch why I was always an ox and not another animal.
No, this can't be real. This cannot be real.
I thought that was my pulse resembled.
You were like, I'm strong as an ox.
Strong as an ox. So how I was running was
I
I was
ox-like.
like, so excited. You pressed the
Not
buzzer.
bunny-like or monkey-like. I was ox-like.
Yeah.
But I've discovered
Bunny-like.
I'm not an ox.
I can't carry on. I can't carry on. This is ridiculous.
And in that moment, did you just realise?
I realised, yeah. So there we go. It's oxygen. There we go.
Yes, full socks. Yeah, your oxygen saturation.
I do have a degree. And yes.
Not
From
in medical science. Thanks.
Not in medical science. No, I realised it earlier in the year, just when I first got this watch. It was what I thought it meant for a few moments.
That is delightful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Quizmaster. Does that mean that we've
pleasure.
just tied?
Does that mean we all have to do an ice bath?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've all tied.
I tell you what.
I think maybe we've both escaped and Rick has to do it.
Yes,
that tees it next year up quite nicely, actually.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go early. I'm going to break with the format and really annoy Rick 1 million downloads is incredible, something we're really proud of. If you are watching or listening, please share this with somebody. Like, we want to reach more people next year. It's honestly our favourite time of the week. We had a lot of fun this week with the silly buzzers.
So good. I think as well, when we first sat down and did this, we were excited, but I don't think we had any idea of where this would take us. It's taken us, we've gone to Budapest with the podcast and been at the World Champs. We've come to
Valencia.
run clubs. We've gone to Valencia. We've recorded in so many different locations, but we've also just sat down here in this little room every single week and got to know each other a little bit better. And I know we all take the mick out of each other every single week, but this genuinely has been one of the favourite parts of my year. So thanks, guys.
I really have to think about what I'm wearing before I come in.
and stay tuned for 2024, because we are excitedly going to have, at some point, not immediately, a new studio. So it's going to look a little bit different as well.
Yeah, we're not going to do like January 1st reboot because we're not that organised. But at some point...
Sarah didn't do the research.
In the first part of the year, we will get a little bit fresher.
News time.
News time, yes.
I don't think we have any news. We've got 1 million
I
downloads.
think we
We don't
do.
need any more news. There is no other news in the running industry right now than that very self-satisfied, smug news of our own.
Question time.
Yeah,
Let's
skip over it.
Straight through.
Ron from Vienna. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Ron.
I just finished listening to your latest episode on strength and conditioning. Brilliant. Am I correct in understanding that if one has a strong dislike for strength workouts, you can opt for HIIT runs instead? Would it be acceptable to incorporate 1 day of sprint repeats per week as my strength training? I understand that going to the gym and performing bodyweight exercises would be more ideal, but I simply struggle to maintain regularity with those activities.
Ron, I feel you. I hate the gym.
Sit on the fence, Sarah.
You just need to get into it.
Tell us how you really feel.
I just don't like it. I just
thought you were
don't get the
getting
same sense. No, I've got worse. I just don't get the same sense of satisfaction. But Ron, we have to do it
I do, but only because
Andy tells us to.
I've had I've been lucky to have people coach me in how to do it, so I'm confident in my technique.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I just walk in, I see that there are lots of heavy things that I could pick up, and I just simply don't want to.
Yes.
Then I walk straight back
Do you
out.
know why? Because people build it up mentally, the whole gym thing. And and I never used to do it before I had my injuries, but now I pretty much go 2 or 3 times a week.
Flex.
And how I do it is short, sharp hits.
Right.
So I go in, and I've said this on the pod before, I do 6 exercises. I vary those exercises every time I go in. My total time in the gym would be sub 40 minutes. I'd say,
that's how
every
I've been
day.
doing it as well.
Sub 40 minutes.
As in
6
one
sets
session?
In one session.
As in not sub 40 minutes for the whole week?
No, for one session.
See, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, you want 40 minutes for the whole week. So
Shorter,
20-minute sessions.
Yeah, 20-minute
But if
sessions.
you vary it up, Sarah, and you can do aerobic stuff in the gym as well, but mainly you want to be doing strength stuff. But if you just go 6, vary them up. I do box jumps as well. That's strength exercising. You can do calf lifts. There's so much stuff you can vary it in, and it can be quite entertaining. Listen to a podcast
and motivational, because if you're starting with box jumps, you could start with a very low box, and then you get higher and higher. That's progress.
Yeah.
If you are confident in your technique, then you can see quite quick gains in terms of the amount of weight that you can lift. So you can see that improvement, and I got motivation from that during my marathon training.
I think I just need to find the motivation, because what you said there,
it
brings me no joy to know that I can jump onto a slightly taller box.
Come on.
Yeah,
but
ooh, look
then,
how big this box is.
we're planning a lot for next year. Should we take Sarah on a gym session? And try and get her motivated as well as on a
Sarah
park
is
run
weak.
together?
Sarah can't do a press up.
You're not.
Sarah
though.
can barely do a
You just
squat.
think you are. Have a couple of sessions, and we could flip you up.
That's a New Year's resolution. We're going to get Sarah in the gym, get you knowing what you're doing and feeling confident. Okay, but to answer Ron's question, could you swap high intensity runs instead? When he said HIIT runs, like HIIT runs, I thought he was talking about HIIT circuits, but I don't think he's talking about sprint training. HIIT circuits, yes, because you're doing bodyweight circuits at high intensities. That will help you strengthen various different elements. If you want to do sprints, I think they will help, but you need to be aware that if you have biomechanical inefficiencies, the things that are likely to lead to injury, then just doing more running faster isn't necessarily going to help, and it might exaggerate those inefficiencies. Whereas going in the gym and doing more controlled movements, looking in a mirror, or maybe filming yourself, etc., that is going to have a much greater impact on your strength and conditioning overall. So maybe start a halfway house might be to film yourself running. So if you are going to do those real sprint drills to improve your strength in running and maybe incorporate hills as well, because that could be a good way of doing it, film yourself doing it to try to go front on, from behind, and then side on as well. See if you can identify any kind of weaknesses or imbalances that way. That would be better than doing nothing, but I would still say the gym is going to have a greater impact. And using Rick's kind of technique of short and sharp is a good way of staying motivated.
Can I just chip one more thing in for Ron? So I think for some people, it's a real absolute blocker, the thought of going to a gym and going in and being in that gym environment. Strength and conditioning, you can do them at home. I mean, the amount of surgeries I had, I started out all my strength and conditioning at home with bands. I've got so many bands hanging on the back of doors around our house. So you can do your strength and conditioning with bands, knee lifts, wall exercises,
Yeah, you can do it body weight and then end up filling a backpack with like canned food, because then that gives you the extra weight that you can carry on your back safely, because you're not having to carry bars.
Weight straps to legs for leg lifts. So you don't have to go to the gym to do strength and conditioning.
And we have got from a few years ago, Andy and Anna taking you through
incredible lockdown hair in this video. I've got hair actually in this video.
But it is, we did them, I think we did it twice or maybe 3 times on a Saturday morning. We put a video out that is kind of like a HIIT workout. So if you want to follow along, laugh at Andy's hair.
Yeah. Report back. Cut. Email into podcast@therunningchannel.com what you think, because I can't watch it.
I don't think anyone's going to say go back to that haircut.
Well, you never know.
I mean, I don't think I can.
You can't.
I hate you both.
Right.
That's a pretty good place to end 2023, I reckon.
Yeah, and we'll see you for 2024.
Oh, hang on a second.
Yeah.
Oh, have you not got a favour to us for the end of the year?
Andy kind of just did ask for me. But I tell you what.
Yeah, we can ask again. It's a special occasion.
Ask again.
Good, because I obviously have one prepared. I would like you to email into podcast@therunningchannel.com. Obviously, due to the quiz, who should have to do the ice bath out of me, Andy and Rick? How about let's wipe the slate clean. At some point in 2024, one of us will have to do an ice bath, and we're going to let you decide. Get in the comments, email in, podcast@therunningchannel.com. Who would you like to see suffer for a minute?
A minute? I think we could do 10 minutes.
Not me. 10 minutes?
That sounds like a long
That
time.
sounds like Andy wants to do 10 minutes. So maybe email in and say, Andy.
I just think if we're going to do it,
And
let's do it properly.
me and Rick will be in a hot tub next door.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Happy New Year.